As Appearance Day 2026, April 30th. Namaste Narasimhadeva Praladadayine Hiranyakashipurvaksha Shilakankanakalaya Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimha Bahe Narasimha Hridaye Narasimha Narasimhadev Sharanam Prapade. Shri Bhagavan Ki Jai. I don't know what we did last year. Maybe we did the same thing, but hope not. Can't remember. I'm sure you can't either. What did we talk about last week? I don't know. So it was a year ago today. We talked about Narasimhadev. And today we're going to read from Vishnu Puran, written by Parasar Muni. He explains the Leela of the Singh Avatar. Hiranyakashipu had 4 sons, Anulad, Lad, Prahlad, and Samlad. They're all highly intelligent, powerful, and daityas, non-devotees. Among all these sons, Prahlad was impartial. He was devoted to Janardhan Krishna. Hiranyakashipu put Prahlad in fire, but he was meditating on Vasudeva and his heart didn't get burned. He was tied with ropes and taken under water. He didn't drown. His mind was always meditating on Krishna. His body was as firm as the rock. His body was as hard as rocks. So when the demons threw weapons on him, they bounced off. Venomous snakes could not destroy Prahlad. He was hurled off a mountain by Hiranyakashipu, but nothing happened. He didn't get hurt. Madhusudan was always in his mind. They sent the wind to drive him out, but the wind was itself destroyed. Men elephants came and they broke their trunks. Wow, that's really getting spooky now. Fan off. Backside, yeah. The Daitya priests, their mantras could not destroy one who was attached to Govinda. Thousands of illusions were created by Shambhara, but the disc of Krishna came and bewildered him. The poison offered to Prahlad by the cooks could not change Prahlad. Prahlad looked at everyone with kindness, regarded all things equally, identical with himself. He was an inexhaustible mine of purity and truth, and a model for all pious human beings. So then Maitreya asked Parasar Muni, why was Prahlad harassed so much by his father? So what's the answer? Let's see. Parasara said, who is Parasara Muni?
Father of Vyasadeva.
Father of Vyasadeva. So who spoke the Bhagavad Puran? Who spoke Bhagavad Puran?
Vyasadeva.
Who spoke Vishnu Puran?
Parasara.
Okay. Just want to make sure not sleepy. Completely. Partial sleeping is expected. Okay, so Hiranyakashipu got a blessing from Brahma, become very powerful. All of his celestials ran away and wandered over the earth, disguised as human beings. And Hiranyakashipu took over Indraloka and conquered the 3 worlds. Your friends are calling you. They can smell you, the doggy friend. They're excited. They're being blessed by somebody from Gordon. The doggy queen of Gordon and her assistant have come to Ramchandra Gera. So they're very proud and excited. Oh. What do we do to deserve such auspicious visitors to our Gera, our little village? The doggy queen herself. Oh. So, Hiranyakashipu was drinking in Crystal Palace, and nymphs danced there gracefully. Prahlad was studying with the Daitya teachers. And one day Hiranyakashipu met Prahlad and said, "What did you learn in school during this last semester?" So he said, "I bow down to the absolute being who is one without a second, who is the cause of all causes." Hearing these words, Hiranyakashipu became red with anger. And he chastised his teachers, his Brahmin teachers. So what are you teaching, you jerks? They said, "We didn't do it, we haven't taught them this stuff." Then Hiranyakashipu said, "Prahlad, who taught you all this stuff?" So Prahlad starts giving shiksha. That was basically the story of Prahlad Charitra in Vishnu Puran. It's a lot about Prahlad's preaching to his father, preaching to the demons, preaching to the kids, preaching to his teachers. It's different than the Srimad Bhagavatam. There's some preaching there, but there's a lot of preaching here. So Prahlad preaches to his father. Who is his father? You guys are so awake. He said, "The Jagat Guru is present in our mind. Who else but the Jagat Guru can teach us anything?" Hiranyakashipu said, You have stupid mind, you don't know what you're talking about. Who is this Vishnu who we were speaking of again and again? God says, He is Vishnu. His glory cannot be described in words. He's everything, and everything comes from Him. Hiranyakashipu said, you fool. Tell you now that I'm the Supreme Lord. You want death to come to you right now? God said, listen, Pop. Listen, Dad. Vishnu is the creator, preserver, and supreme Lord of me and all creatures. Why are you so angry? Hiranyakashipu said, you're ghostly haunted. Some ghosts entered in you. How can you speak such silly words? God says, Vishnu is not only in my mind, He's in everything, in all creatures. He's omnipresent. Then Hiranyakashipu speaks, tells the teachers, take this guy away, take this kid away. He's a wicked boy. So my enemies have taught him all this nonsense. After some time, after a few months of being in the teacher's house, the demon teacher's house, Hiranyakashipu called again for Prahlad. God, that's right. Dramatic, you know. Lightning story. The tree goes out the pillar. So, my dear Prahlad, please tell me what you learned. So Prahlad said, since Vishnu is in all your weapons, he said Vishnu, I learned about Vishnu. Then Hiranyakashipu said, listen, he told all the soldiers, destroy this boy, kill him. Hundreds and thousands of daityas with weapons. She said it. Coming from the costume. They did have that though. Now we're going to leave it on. No, leave it. Keeps the best to go back. Buggies broke my wood, you know. I've been figured 20 years or 22 years. It's okay now.
इधर का भैया तो इधर में आ सकता हूँ इधर नहीं आएगा
Jai, Hiranyakashipu ki jai, Krishna Bhagavan ki jai, Bhagavan ki jai. Right. So Prahlad told the demons that were attacking him with all thousands of weapons, Vishnu is also in your weapons, as well as in your mind. So your weapons won't hurt me. They threw hundreds of weapons at Prahlad. He didn't feel any pain. He got stronger by the minute. Hiranyakashipu said, you stupid kids, stop glorifying my enemy. Don't be so foolish. Prahlad said, no fear can overwhelm me, because Vishnu's in my mind. So Hiranyakashipu said, oh snakes, bring this, bite this kid and bring him to destruction. So Taksha, Andaka, Kulaka, all kinds of poisonous snakes came and bit every part of his body. But his mind was solely devoted to Krishna. He didn't feel anything, although he was bitten by the deadliest snakes. All their teeth got broken, their crest jewels shattered, their hoods are burning, their hearts are trembling. But it didn't have any effect on Prahlad. Bhakti Prahlad Maharaj ki
Jai.
Brahm Vijayate.
Sri Krishna Sankirtana.
Long memory of the departed. I mean, so to speak, departed Vrindavan. He's still with us. I hope so. Four elephants crushed this kid. So the elephants were as big as mountains, but Prahlad was meditating on Govinda, and all their tusks broke off. So they got a lot of ivory furniture. Pretty costly stuff. So they didn't have any luck. They lit him on fire, but the fire went out. They burnt all wood all around his body, and Prahlad said, "This fire won't burn me." All around Prahlad it became as cool as a bed of lotus flowers. Then the great sages and sons of Bhargava Rishi, they came assembled there and started reciting prayers from Samaveda. And they said, "O Hiranyakashipu, give up your anger towards your son. We shall bring up this boy. He will become humble and destroy his enemies." It's really a great backdrop. Whenever Prahlad got a chance, he gave shiksha to the sons of the Dandavas. So now this is Prahlad preaching to the demon kids. Everyone is born, they grow up to become youth and they die. We all have seen this. He who is dead will be born again. The sacred texts describe this. All things are rendered agreeable. All things have opposites. O children of the Daityas. You ready for this? Brace yourself. I told you. Our children of the Daityas. So how old are these kids?
5 years old.
5 years old. He says, "Listen, guys, anyone who takes a wife will have much pain." Oh, we're going to get some black from this. What is this? The more a man will create relations,
With women.
doesn't say women, it just says, the more a man create dear relations, the more deeply implanted the thorns of anxiety in his heart. Relations with who? You have to fill out the blank. Okay, Maharaj, he's on the one list. He's on the radar now. Who has a lot of money is always in trouble. It will be stolen or burned up or lost. Whenever you listen, kids, you should know the world is full of miseries. The only peace, the only peace you'll find is in Vishnu. Do not consider yourselves as just little boys. Because your body, inside your body is eternal soul. Birth, youth, old age, and death are just involve the body, not the soul. I am now a child, I shall be young. This is loud. That's finally getting clean. Oh, good on me. Okay, what else? I did not do anything when I was capable of doing it. Now I'm old. Therefore, let the soul, even in childhood, act in such way to get benefit and conquer old age and disease and death. You should think of Vishnu, who will give you mukti from all bondage. If you think of Vishnu day and night, you'll destroy all your sins. Let your mind be fixed on Krishna day and night. He's present everywhere in your heart. You shall laugh at every trouble. Nice rain. Okay. You should show compassion to everyone. If someone else becomes rich by their good karma, I should not become envious or spiteful. I should be glad for their happiness. Be wise and do not regard any difference between yourself and other creatures. A good preaching for a 5-year-old kid. Let's renounce all our angry passions of our demoniac race. If we renounce everything like this, we'll attain eternal peace. That peace which cannot be destroyed is pure and eternal. And we will attain that if you fix your mind on Keshav. Regard everyone impartially and realize that Vishnu is in everyone's heart. So that's Prahlad's teaching to the kids. So then, what's that, Bodhraj? That's his raincoat. They offered poison to Prahlad. But he kept repeating the name of Achyuta, 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 Vishnu Nam. And he mixed the poison with his food and ate it. He didn't get any harm. The holy name neutralized the poison. So now Prahlad preaches to the Brahmin demons who are his teachers. Listen, you guys, you Brahmins. You ask me, why am I taking shelter of Vishnu? They asked him again. He was quiet after he said that. Why do you take the shelter of the eternal? Prahlad's reply. Dharma, Art, Kama, Moksha are the fourfold objectives of human beings. It is a waste of time to adore one who is the source of these four objects. Hari is the root of all wealth, dignity, glory, wisdom. Oh, listen, Brahmins. Virtue, wealth, and desire only come from Hari, not by karma. What is the use of speaking more? You're all my preceptors, you're my teachers. You're speaking good or evil. It's limited. The priest said, oh boy, you were about to be burned up by fire, but we saved you, thinking that you would not speak all nonsense again. But we now know how foolish you are. We can't remove your foolishness. So then the demons, they created a fiery demon. Female. Sorry about that. She was a tantric. She threw an arrow at Prahlad, fiery arrow, but it fell on the ground in 100 pieces. The magic that the priest that she directed toward Prahlad bounced off Prahlad and went back to all the tantric Brahmins and killed them all. Beholding them consumed by fire, noble Prahlad exclaimed, "Oh Krishna, please save them. Save these Brahmins from the fire of their magical incantations. Let these priests regain their life." I regard their friends. All these guys who came to kill me are my friends. The elephants, the serpents, I have no animosity towards them. I don't have any envy towards anyone. Let all the priests of the Asuras be returned to life. Having said this, Vishnu made everyone come back to life. They all stood up unhurt. The Purohit, the head priest of the whole attack on Prahlad, said, "Oh boy, you are blessed with the strength and long life." Then all the priests who came back to life went to report to Hiranyakashipu. It's pretty amazing. They sent all kinds of tantrics and fire and weapons. Prahlad was protected by Vishnu. They all died, and Prahlad said, "Bring him back to life." Vishnu brought him back to life. But Hiranyakashipu heard that he failed to kill his son, even all his great tantric Brahmins. Hiranyakashipu met Prahlad. He said, "Where do you get all this power from? You have Say you were Bruce Lee or what? He said, my power is not magic. It's natural with me. This is a mere drop of the power that my worshipful Lord possesses. He who is not envious of others, regards everyone like his own, does not meet any affliction. He who tortures others by thought, speech, sows the seed of numberless miseries. Now Prahlad's preaching to us running across the group. In other words, you torture me, you're going to suffer. But anyone will. I wish no evil on anyone, nor do I speak evil. I always meditate upon Kesha, who is in everyone's heart. Considering Hari exists in all beings, you should love all creatures. That's the end of Prahlad's teaching to his father. Hiranyakashipu said to his soldier guards, throw this guy off the mountain and crush his body on the rocks. Where he was falling off the mountaintop, Prahlad was meditating on Hari in his mind. They tried it with winds and tantric and thousand of illusions. But the disc came and destroyed all illusions. Krishna's chakra. Because you started again. He said, he asked his son, Prahlad, how should a king conduct himself towards his friends and enemies? How should he behave towards ministers and subjects? Then Babaji Maharaj bowed to the feet of his father and folded his hands and said, so now Prahlad's preaching to his father again about politics, spiritual politics. I have been instructed in all these subjects you're asking about by my Daitya teachers, but I don't accept what they taught. They taught me about Samadana Danda, but I don't have friends or enemies. I don't see like that. Oh, Father, it's useless to talk about friends or enemies with Govinda, because Krishna is identical with every living entity. Vishnu exists inside you and every creature. So where is the room for distinction? This is my friend, this is my enemy. It's useless to cultivate tedious, unprofitable sciences. Better to engage in the cultivation of Atma Tattva Gyan, understanding the eternal self. Proper action is that which liberates us from birth and death and bondage to samsara. Considering all this knowledge of your teachers in politics is all useless. Lord King, greatness is not acquired by exertion. It is destiny that confers it upon men. Kingdoms are acquired by fate, even by the stupid, ignorant, cowardly, those ignorant of the science of government. Therefore, he who longs for greatness should try to acquire piety. Devatas, men, women, animals, birds, reptiles are all diverse manifestations of the eternal Vishnu in different form. Whoever attains knowledge of Vishnu removes all difficulties. When Mahanidhi heard this, he stood up and kicked his son in the chest. It's quite different than the Bhagavatam. Burning with anger, he said, "Tie up this boy with snakes and throw him in a deep river." Guys don't give up. Try to bury him under rocks, try to drown him in the river. Bury him under rocks. He could stay there for 1,000 years. He may lose his life. So while he's under the rocks, he was saying Nam Sankirtan. O Pundarikaksha, O Purusha, O Mahapurush. All kinds of prayers, a bunch of prayers to Vasudeva, Achyuta. Many chapters about Prahlad Maharaj. I'm sure you're sitting on the edge of your seat. Prahlad got tired of all that rocks on his body. He threw them off and came out of the water. He rose from a watery grave under thousands of miles of mountains of rocks by praying to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu gave darshan. Prahlad prays and receives two boons, faith and devotion. Lord Vishnu appeared to him. And Prahlad stood up and said, "Glory to Vishnu." And Vishnu asked Prahlad, "What do you want? I'll give you anything you want. What do you want?" Indian citizenship.
Yes.
Two yeses, okay. You already got it, man. You guys are covered. Prahlad said, what did he say? May my devotion ever increase. Even I take 1,000 births. May my devotion always remain. May I not have any attachment for ignorant people or worldly objects. So Vishnu said, or Vishnu means Narasimhadev, yes. Vishnu, I just said Vishnu. Okay, take a boon from me. So Prahlad said, remove my father's sins. Vishnu said, all this will be done by my mercy. Ask, take a boon. That is a long chapter. Prahlad Maharaj refused 3 times Lord Vishnu's boon. He said, I want my faith never to decrease. He returns home and Hiranyakashipu receives him well and he repents. Then Narasimhadev kills Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad Maharaj rules, retires, and attains liberation. That's about it. Whoever hears the story of Prahlad is free from all sin. There you have it, man. Ways Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlad Maharaj. Weapons, snakes, elephants, fire, poison, Yagya, fire demon, huge mountains, Shambhara, 1,000 mystical illusions, hurricane winds, drowned in the ocean, tied up, buried underwater, thousands of rocks on top of him. But he didn't get defeated, didn't get killed. Amen. Guys, you're really looking excited. There's more. Good stuff. Read that one. Which one is it? What volume?
Volume 1.
Okay. Now we have some random quotes from Bhakti Sundara about Prahlad and Hiranyakashipu. They'll be really exciting. I can't equal the excitement of a lightning storm and thunderclouds, and that was. I said, hold on, get ready for it. Lightning bolt came and woke you up, man. I can feel it. Yeah.
Lightning was here.
I know.
You couldn't see it. You didn't see it.
I saw it. Prahlad saved us.
The light came
The lightning was here.
here.
Yes.
Yes.
You didn't see. You was looking there, but it took like 1 second.
Guys are saved, man. Namaste, Narasimhaya, Prahlada Hiranyakashipu Shilatankanakalaye Ito Narasimho Bharto Narasimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho Vaye Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho Narasimhadev Sharanam Prapade Shivagan Ki Jai. Okay. This is the same story that we told last time. But I didn't know it was Monkey Snarl. This is the story of how Shiva Linga became Narasimhadev. It's rated to Bhakti Sundara and Anushade 106. It's a quotation from Vishnu Dharmottara Purana 3.354.12 through 13. There was a Brahmin named Vishwaksena, who was a Vishnu Bhakta. He was sitting in the forest, and a village chief came. What's the feedback? Village chief came there. No, okay. And asked the Brahmin, "Who are you?" He said, "Vishwaksena." And the chief said, "Listen, I have a headache. I can't do my Shiva puja to my linga, so please worship on my behalf." So that Brahmin Vishwaksena said, "Listen, chief, I'm a Vishnu Bhakta. I only worship 4 forms of Vishnu: Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Ruda. No one else is worshipful for me, so go somewhere else." When the Brahmin refused the chief's request, the chief took his sword out. If you don't do the puja, I'll cut your head off. Okay, I'll do the puja. Smart guy. Huh? Well, on the way to the temple, Shiva temple, Vishwaksena, the Vishnu Bhakta, thought, Bhagavan Narasimhadev, Rudra Shiva is responsible to increase darkness, tamagun. On the other hand, Narasimhadev destroys ignorance. On account of that, I'll pray that he may manifest there to destroy the darkness of ignorance. Therefore, I will worship Narasimhadev in the deity of Rudra, so he may destroy the ignorance of these worshippers of Shiva. Interesting. I didn't remember a story like that. As Vishwaksena uttered the mantra, Shri Narasimha Namaha, holding flowers in his hand, the chief got angry and lifted his sword. Just then, Narasimhadev appeared in person, bursting out of the Shiva linga, and killed the village chief. In South India, Bhagavan Narasimha is personally situated in a deity form, celebrated by the name Linga Spota, he who appeared by busting out from the linga of Shiva. That's the end of the quote. Pretty cool, huh? Narasimhadev came out of a pillar in Swargaloka because he was living in Indraloka at the time. Although people go to South India and say he came out of some Ahobilam or something.
Yeah, there's a proof.
So what does that mean? Another kalpa, I guess.
I think so.
Because the Bhagavatam doesn't describe Ahobilam, it says Indraloka. Anyway, he came. He was just here, and lightning avatar.
Yeah, just he came.
Just keep you guys awake. Charge you guys up. Now, the previous life of Prahlad Maharaj. Who was he?
Another
91. 7, 8. Nice color now. Very nice. This time of day, lighting. Especially rainbow somewhere out there.
That's good.
See the rainbow. Follow the end, go to the end of the rainbow, get a pot of gold. I sometimes saw double rainbows in
Yeah.
Vrindavan, two rainbows
Yes, sir.
together.
Recently also it came. 10 days ago or something.
You saw?
Yeah.
I saw a couple of times here in India. Pretty wild. Two pots of gold, I guess. Pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This is Honored Shade 152, the story of Prahlad Maharaj. After Bhagavan Narasimhadev killed Hiranyakashipu, Narasimha's anger is really too loud. It is too loud. What's that? Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe. Jai Radhe. Bhagavan Narasimha's anger subsided. He began to show his affection on Prahlad. Prahlad asked Narasimhadev how, as a young boy, he got so much devotion. Is it right?
Yes.
Apparently, he had not done anything to acquire such devotion. Narasimhadev replied, in a previous life, Prahlad was a Brahmin boy named Vasudeva. Although he was learned in the Vedas, he fell into bad association. He's pretty weak. As a result, he took to drinking and became attracted to a prostitute by the name of Vilasini. The prostitute's name is Vilasini. His name was Vasudeva. Prahlad Maharaj was a Brahmin boy. Vasudeva falls in love with Vilasini. Vilasini means Vilas. He started stealing to please the prostitute, to please Vilasini. Once in the house of Vilasini, he had a quarrel with her. That's about right. He was very angry. He didn't eat the whole day. His mind was greatly agitated. He didn't sleep at night. It turned out that that day was
Nursing Chaturdashi.
the Sri Chaturdashi. He unknowingly observed the Brata, and by that influence he was born as Prahlad. Amazing. Baba and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that the names of Bhagavan have all the powers of Bhagavan. This means that the names of an avatar are identical to those avatars, have the same potency. The names that represent Bhagavan's qualities are identical to Bhagavan. Hence, the name of Narasimha has all the power of Narasimha. Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai 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 Narasimha. Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai 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 Narasimha. So if you ever get in danger, just say Jai Jai Narasimha. Shri Narasimha Jai Jai Narasimha. Shri Narasimha Jai Jai Narasimha. Shri Narasimha Jai Jai Narasimha. So that's the previous life. Who was Prahlad?
Vasudev.
Who was his girlfriend?
Vilasini.
What did he do to become Prahlad?
He
was
fasted
very angry and
unknowingly.
and he
And
fasted
did not sleep. He also did jagara.
He got an argument with his girlfriend.
Yeah, that's
Got angry. Couldn't eat. Stay up all night. Did Nirjal and Jagran. Amazing. So another story of a guy was in the forest, and became nighttime. He was afraid of tigers. It was in Andhra, I guess. He was down there somewhere. And so he climbed up in a tree. But he was so scared and so hungry, he couldn't eat. He couldn't eat anything. He couldn't sleep. So just to pass his time, he was picking off leaves from the tree and dropping them. He didn't know that underneath the tree, that tree was Ashwat tree. No, people tree. People tree. People tree means
Ashwat.
Ashwat. What is the tree used for Shiva?
Bale tree.
Bilva.
Bilva.
It was a Bilva tree. Bale. It has 3 leaves like this. He didn't notice that underneath that tree was a Shiva linga. So he was so unhappy and so hungry. He was crying out of pain. He was crying, so he was doing Abhishek of the Shiva linga with his tears. The leaves was dropping. It was flying down, landing on the linga. So he ordered like 1,008 leaves or 10,000 leaves all night. And then in the morning he came down a tree and went through the forest and died or something. When he died, he got liberated. And he said, well, what did I do to get liberated? He said, it was Shivratri. Well, it's not like I forgot my story. It wasn't Shivratri. No embarrassing moment. You know about Shiva Linga. Here he got liberated by virtue. Okay, that's whatever that was, it was. That was an interlude of embarrassment. Okay, let's get back on the track here.
So in every kalpa, Narasimhadev appears on Narasimha Chaturdashi.
Why not?
Because Prahlad Maharaj's previous birth, he it's even before Narasimhadev appeared, he did on Narasimha Chaturdashi.
What is it?
He's saying before Narasimhadev appeared on Narasimha Chaturdashi, he fasted in previous life. He's saying.
True, clever. Just read the book. Don't be too smart. Don't be too smart, that's dangerous. Bhakti is a fundamentally different dimension of experience. In Bhakti, both Krishna and the devotee desire nothing other than to serve and please each other. That's nice. For example, Bhagavan the Shringa wanted to offer Prahlad a blessing and boon, but Prahlad argued against it. Prahlad said to the Shringa, "You need nothing from me and I want nothing from you. I'm your unconditional servant, not a merchant, not a businessman who's trying to get favor from you. You are testing me to see whether I am a worthy devotee, so you offer me boons. Please don't embarrass me in this way. I desire nothing from you." Prahlad said in 7th canto, 10th chapter, verse 4, Nanyata tekila guru gateta karnatmana yata ashisha ashaste na sabritya savaivanik. Oh Bhagavan, your essence is mercy. Don't try to allure me by giving me boons. One who wants reward for service is not a servant, but a businessman. So this is Prahlad Maharaj's teaching here by his reply to Narasimhadev, Yadyo Seva Bhav. So let's see what else we have here. How did Prahlad get perfection?
Smaranam.
Smaranam. Parikshit got by hearing, Shukadeva got by chanting, Prahlad got by remembering, Lakshmi got serving his feet, Prithu by puja, worship, Archa, whatever. Archana. Akrura got by bandhana and prayers, being a servant, Hanuman, Arjuna, a friend, and Bali by Atmanivedana. Okay, one more entry here. This is about, what is this about? About the power of singing the glories of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad, this is a big day for Prahlad. Some temples do plays, the Shringa plays. Ever seen? I've seen. Shringa comes out of the column. It's really cool. Used to a lot of plays in the 70s during Prabhupada's time. He liked plays. Every temple had a play on Sunday, then lecture, play, then feast. It's really used to the play. Okay. Says 7th canto, 10th chapter, verse 14. The Srimad Bhagavan says, anyone who sings Prahlad Maharaj's prayers from the Bhagavatam become free from karma. Okay, that's good. That's pretty short one. That's it for volume 1. Now volume 2. Okay, we have 2 from this book. This Honored Shade Bhakti Sandarbha, Honored Shade 304. It's about Dasya Bhav, servitorship, Dasyam, Dasyarati. Very important. In his commentary on Bhagavatam, Swami Sridhar Swami Charan says, the attitude of Prahlad Maharaj expressed in his prayers to Bhagavan Narasimhadev, especially in 7th Canto of Bhagavatam, chapter 9, verse 50, is dasyam, servitorship, consisting of obeisances, praises, offering all one's actions, personal service, remember Bhagavan's feet, and hearing the narration of Bhagavan. So that puts to rest the idea of what the styreti. Huh? What's the styreti
Of Prahlad.
Prahlad Maharaj? Dasyarati. The mood of servitude, dasyam, should accompany every act of devotion. Yet this mood itself is an independent limb of bhakti. This attitude naturally leads the devotee to engage in actions of service. To imbibe, to absorb this attitude of seva is perfection of life, because it nullifies the root disease of holding on to a separate ego. Any action performed with this attitude of seva is an act of bhakti. Service cannot be done with a motive to attain some blessing from Bhagavan. Many people approach Bhagavan with a desire for material gain, but such people do not have the attitude of seva, dasyam. Thus their actions cannot be called a limb of bhakti. That's interesting. So Prahlad was a dasya bhakta. Sarati dasya. One more entry. You should know that because somebody will say Shanta bhakti. It's not the opinion of Sri Swami or Jiva Goswami. This is Honored Shade 312 from Bhakti Sandarbha by Sri Jiva Goswami Pad. It's considerations concerning Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti with the abhiman of a sevak or a parent. Raganuga Bhakti being absorbed in the self-identity, abhiman, of being a servant, can be seen in the words of Prahlad Maharaj, who is exhibiting the abhiman of a sevak. 7th Canto Bhagavatam, chapter 9, verse 24, Prahlad Maharaj says, I am well acquainted with all the blessings desired by people. But I don't want a long life, I don't want money, I don't want high position, I don't want sense pleasure. Please accept me in the association of your servants. That's the example of the abhiman mentality of being a servant in the das Prahlad wants to be Nrsimha Das, Bhagavan Das, Vishnu Das. That's perfection. Das, son of Das, son of Das. Prahlad Maharaj ki Bhagavan ki jai. So, the idea is we should become like Prahlad, be absorbed in seva. He was fearless, always depending on the mercy and protection of the Lord. He never thought about his own happiness or his own well-being. He just always thought about Krishna, always meditated on God, Bhagavan. And Krishna was always there for him. So Prahlad Maharaj is a great inspiration for faith, that we should never be afraid, because Nrsimhadev is always there. There's so many hundreds of stories every Vaishnava has heard and experienced himself of being protected by Krishna in one form or another. I'll tell a famous one I told a few times. The guy was in New York City selling books. New York City can be a pretty violent place. And so he was selling books on the street. And some guy saw a book too who didn't like it. He said, I don't like these books, I don't like your people. He pulled a gun and started chasing the devotee. So the devotee ran up an alleyway somewhere. He was running, and it was like a dead-end street. There was buildings on this side, and this side. No escape. It was like blocked in. Three sides. He came in, he just turned the corner in. It was not an open street, it was blocked. Building here, like you. And the guys are behind him. So he didn't know where to go. So he just turned around. And he was saying to Sringa Brothers, she, the Sringa, she. So he opened the window. There's all high buildings there, apartment buildings. So he opened the window and saw some guy holding the gun on this Hare Krishna guy with Dodi and Tika. And he had a gun also. So he liked it always. He used to eat at the temple on Sunday, the guy. So because the boy heard the sound and the boy screamed and fell on the ground. He thought he got shot. He went, oh! He shot a guy dead, and the guy closed the window. The guy who shot the guy closed the window went inside. So the demon that was chasing the devotee was dead on the street. So the devotee just walked by. He ran over to the temple to tell the story. I heard the story from the devotee. So in this way, there's unbelievable ways Krishna predicts the I have a personal story also. Only one that comes to mind, there were a few, I just want to hear mine. I was in San Francisco selling books on the street. My godbrother and myself and some other boy. And some guys jumped on one, my godbrother started beating him up. He was on the sidewalk. America's a pretty wild place. So I tried to help the boy, I'm not very strong, but I tried to pull the guy up. All of a sudden, some guy came out of nowhere and grabbed me. I said, oh my God, no, there's two demons here. He threw me off. He threw me off. Then he got the devotee from the ground and threw him out of the way. Then he took a guy and smashed him over. The guy was attacking my godbrother. This guy was he was an ex-Marine, ex-Army guy, really huge guy. He threw us on like we were like little flies, you know. And then the demon guy was a big guy. He smashed him up bad. He said, look, you guys, you should be careful. I said, we're just doing our seva, you know. So this guy became a Sringadev, you know. He protects. So, like that, this is a story where people tell a lot of the Sringa pastime, the protection pastime. I remember one story. It was winter time, and my godbrother Nagaraj Das, he's in Alachua. We were traveling in a car around America, going to different cities, selling sets of books. They would sign a contract, then we would ship the books. 50 books, all Bhagavatams and Chaitanya Charitamrita. It was 50 books all together. So there was ice on the road. There was a bridge, and the cars in front of us were all sliding on the bridge and going into each other, boom, just smashing. And Nagaraj was driving. He said, I think we're going to get smashed into these cars. We tried to slow down, but it's all ice. So we came over this hill, and there was no ice on the road, but the bridge was ice. So the accident was on the bridge. Like 50 cars were all jammed up, smashed, going this way. That was really horrible. So he said, hold on, pray to Sringadev. So we're in the car, there's no car also. Just two of us. So then the Sringadev, boom, we smashed in the car. Then the guy smashed into us, right? So Mexico. So we got bounced around. Then I said, Nagaraj, we stopped, everything stopped. Are you okay? Yeah, okay. I hurt my knee, my elbow, so my wrist is bloody. So let's just get out of this car, it's suicide. He said in the car, all the cars crashing over there. So we got out of the car, ran across the bridge up an hill, and the cars kept smashing up, and our car was like an accordion, like one of those things that was like. We stayed in it. We hit that guy, boom, and so he hit us. So we got out. But then so we hit him, pushed. The car was like smashed, and it was like an accordion. But Krishna gave us intelligence to get out. Get out, run out. Other people stayed in their car, they all got, so many people got killed. 23 people died. That's crazy. We stayed there, and the cop car took us, and the car was towed. We had to rent a car and carry on. The Sringadev said, we were staying in Sringadev. It was wild sea. Yeah, that's a true story. I don't know. You have any Sringadev stories? Yeah? Okay. Jai Shri Bhagavan ki Jai.